is this? What have you
never
been doing?
seen old dragsters and stuff had an air scoop on them, a big snorkel?
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Okay.
And I just thought, why not make it ridiculous? Too much. At some point, you gotta call it. That's what they make Bondo for. All right, working on slow-mo, just so you know. Slow-mo. The dragster world, the old school dragster world, probably even modern drag racers use, it's called a snorkel scoop. It's an air scoop that kind of built like a snorkel, right? So here's the idea. I want to make a snorkel scoop that comes down, and then it's going to have a body around it. Right, and then this is the opening. Come around, very much like that. So air is going to come in here and go down. So this thing's probably too big, or I might have to have a deterrent in here to make it go down. The whole reason is I needed to get those heads on the old slow-mo cool as I'm going. So here's what I started. I took a bunch of numbers. And if you look at this thing right here, it's about 29.5 inches long, because it's going to have to go just above, when I get the roll bars, above the roll bars and back to the wing. And where the air is going to come in is about 16.5 at the heavy and about 13 at the front. So I want to make about a 15 or 16 inch hole right here and then tie everything together. I could buy one, and I looked them up, and they're not cheap. I'm pretty decent with fiberglass, but I really don't want to mess around with it. It takes forever. Plus, I'm going to have to build a cage like this anyway, even if I fiberglass it. So this is going to be sitting there, and imagine that the snorkel's here coming down, and the rest of this is just because I need to attach it to something. And whatever I make is going to have to come off of there. So hopefully this little picture here is making sense. Opening, air is going to come in, the seats here. All right, let me finish this off. So the roll bars should come under here like this. There should be a couple of sets of them. They all tie back together somehow like this. And then here's my big old beautiful head right here with a googly eye and horrible. And you know, I'm going to have a bunch of hair pinned up in here somewhere. And then of course I'm going to be smiling with my little tiny nose. I think that's beautiful. I don't know what you guys think. I probably won't mesh this or anything. I'll probably just let cold air right in there. And realize here's the engine. What's that look like? So the fins go this way, over this way, spark plug, fins, head. My seat's gonna come up inside this. So hopefully if I do blow this motor up, I don't shove a rod through my neck or anything right here. Well, off of this, I'm gonna wanna put, it almost looks like ears here and here. I want to bring air in through the side, and of course my fenders are going to come up here, right? And then tires, big monster tires, slow-mo tires, right? All right, there's a piece of art for you right there. You can buy that at Walmart all day long. Tell you what. All right, so we're done with that. Get that thing out of the way. So here's how I did it. I took a tire. Let me show you. In my own way here. Check this out. Right here. You see that circumference? Figured out approximately how much I needed to play with. And I took a piece of just flat, straight. It's not flat. It's round. It's a round bar, 1/4 inch round bar. And these things, I buy them in 10-foot sections. And I just bent it around this thing and figured out where I wanted it, cut it. And if you look at this thing, I don't know if that picture can see it. It's got an angle to it and an angle to it. And hell, I'll just show you why. It's, stay with me. This thing's gonna hook where my wing is and then sit somewhere in this world. Higher than this, probably be more like that. And this may have to come up, I don't know. This may come up to here, I don't know. I gotta figure out where my head and my roll bars are gonna be. But just for looking at its sake, I'm hoping you guys can see that. Let's see, where's the angle? The angle's probably a little off right there. right here. See all this mess? Snorkel's gonna be about right here. It's all gonna fill out this mess. So that's where I'm at on this. So let me show you the next trick. This is exciting. Everybody buckle up. I'm telling you. I think I'll stay here about 1 second. Okay, here's a little, I don't know what big this is. This is about an 8-inch tire. If it was blown up, about 7.5 right now. Big old piece of round bar. Here's what I'm gonna does. Everybody hates it when I say does and says and stuff like that, but I really don't care. It doesn't bother me. So I realized, check this out. Here's one way I figure it out. So I want the inside of the scoop to be roughly 7, 8, somewhere in there. I don't really know, but I'm just gonna take my tape backwards, pull around about halfway, and see what that number is. 13, probably 13.5. So here's some math to you. I better get my piece of metal back. Gotta start adding stuff. So let's just call it 14. 14, I need 2 of those. And I want it about 16 inches long. Let's see, 16. Okay, so how wide is this thing? 4 inches. I want this, I'm gonna just draw this circle so I figure it out. I want this to this, 16 inches. And I know from here to here is 14 inches times 2. So that's 28. 28 just to get around the curve. And then I'm gonna eat up about 2 or 3, so that's more like 12. Call that 12 and 12. So I'm gonna need 12 and 12 before, so I need another 24. 12 is 24. 12, 8, 12, now I'm confused, 28 and 24. Yeah, 452, is that right? 12, 4, 8, 52. I need 52 inches of this rod in order to figure out what I'm really trying to do here. Mess. 52, tape measure Rooney. 52 is clear over here. And I'm gonna burn another couple of inches just because I'm not really known for my math. I'm not known for my math skills, just so you know. All right, so how do you do it? What do you do? How do you do it? What's the plan? Where are you at? Miserably. Yeah, there's no such thing as failing miserably. There's just failing. You either get it or you don't. All right, so there's a start. And now I'm gonna do the exact same thing on that 10-inch mark, about halfway through the tie. Right? All right, so now we're starting to look like, looks like the Q-tip emblem, right? Kind of like that. Crazy. It's all about leverage. So easy on TV. Yeah. All right, I'm getting closer. I know what you're thinking. Now, what is all this? What are you gonna do with all that? You just wasted all that. No, this is gonna be the parts that round in and come off the back. So you're always gonna need more. Always needing more. Not terrible, not good, not terrible. That's what I think about a vise. And hot metal moves pretty easy. A little high. Yeah, kind of. Coming down a little here. Too much. It's some point you got to call it. That's what they make Bondo for. All right. So, how's this going to look? Here's my thing. Probably point at the camera here a little bit. So this thing's going to sit about here-ish. And then from the side, it's going to have, air's just going to come in here and hit the engine. It's going to be rounded here, right? So the air has to go down on top of the head. Heads. I had a joke. I'm not gonna say it. Whew. I need a beer. Out.